Welcome to JHart Modelworks. We're back with the final update on the Nissan Fairlady 240ZG buddy build with Shawn from the Scale Model Car Guy channel. Welcome to my workbench. Let's get started.
Alright guys, I am just about ready to get the body on the chassis for the last time. But before I do, just kind of want to go over where we're at progress-wise here. So in the last video we finished up the interior. I went ahead and got all the glass in. I got the rearview mirror in, and then I 3D modeled and printed up some sun visors just to cover a little of where the glass meets in with the top of the roof. And once you actually are looking in from the side windows, you can't really see that seam as well. Like I said, I do have all the glass in. We have our taillight section in, and this is actually really cool. The gunmetal part is a separate piece, and then there's a chrome part in the back. And then there's, each one of these taillights has the red and the clear part as one piece that just kind of slide in around this chrome. And then the turn signal in orange is another piece. You have to paint them, but they're very easy to mask off. And with this being a separate piece, you just paint it orange, and then it glues up into this corner. And then that whole chrome assembly, once you get both sides done, just kind of slides up into that gunmetal piece, and then you glue the gunmetal piece in place. And then you just put the little chrome metal transfers around the outside, and it comes out looking perfect. We have got, once the glass is in, we could get the cowl in for the front, which we've sanded off all the detail and added in some photo etch from the Hybrid Designs detail set. And then we've got our headlights in, which they're not the absolute cleanest I've ever seen. I tried using the UV glue on them, and the UV glue just was not holding. The clear is separate from the chrome. Like all of this chrome trim on all these windows, the chrome trim is a separate piece. So you've got chrome trim on the front, and that just glues down over the clear part. And then the clear part sets into place. And then for the side windows, the chrome trim actually glues into the body. And then the side windows just kind of glue in place. I went ahead and painted the clear so that it would more match the roof. So I painted it because this is all clear between the two windows. I masked the windows off and painted this to match the roof. And then this one is just like the front windshield, where the chrome trim glues around the clear part, and then the whole rear windshield assembly just glues in with like 3 notches. There's a big one here at the bottom and 2 small ones at the top. Now this, the clear part glues in place, and then the chrome trim glues in over it. And because the clear UV glue wasn't holding any of it, I ended up using Bob Smith Super Gold Plus, which is safe to use on clear parts, but with all the messing around I ended up having to do, they're not as clean as possible, but they're not terrible. We've got our headlights in there. We can clearly see the headlights in there. You can see the detail on them. I'm just a little picky. Let's see, what else did we do? We went ahead and got our buttons in for our trunk, as well as for the gas. Because once this body goes over, I won't be able to reach them because they glue in from the inside. And then on the chassis, we went ahead, and I've had the body on it a few times, and one of the times was to go ahead and cut some aluminum tubing. This is a 3.1 mil or something like that, aluminum tube, that I cut it to the length that I wanted. It's a little longer than the original kit piece, which is what I wanted. I wanted a slightly longer exhaust tip. And I cut it off at the angle, and I ground out the inside, cleaned it all up, chucked it into my rotary tool, and hit it with some 3000 grit Tamiya sanding sponge, and then hit it with 4000, 6000, 8000, and 12,000 grit micro mesh to kind of get a nice polished aluminum look. I think that came out really well. And so yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and get these mated together and keep working on it. Alright guys, here she is, all finished up. And I am incredibly happy with how she turned out. Normally I do these on the with the display cabinet, but I really just don't have room for it. I don't feel like taking all the kits out of the display cabinet to make room to do video. I would like to get a photo box, a light box, for one, so I can take better pictures, but also so I could get better lighting and do these final videos. I think she came out fantastic. So Mr. Surfacer 1500 black primer, Zero Paints fine silver base, Splash Paints orange candy, and Gravity Spain's 2K clear. And honestly, I am very happy with how that paint turned out. The wheels don't stay in real well. When I scaled them down on the 3D printer, I forgot the fact that I was also scaling down the center post that I made for them. So the posts just don't stay in real well. We did end up going with the decals for the Fairlady 240Z on the side. I had some problems with the metal transfers from Tamiya, and I'm pretty sure it's me. I'm pretty sure, because you have to put the metal transfer down, and then you have to peel up the clear plastic cover. And I think what's going on is I'm putting them down, and I think I need to wait for a while for the glue to set before I pull it up, the plastic cover up. I don't think I'm waiting long enough. And what happens is they pull up, and then they bend, and then they catch on things and rip off while I'm working on it, while I'm finishing up the build. And then I have to remove everything so that I can just put the decal on. So I think next time I have metal transfers, I'm just going to leave them for a bit. There's our rear end. These taillights look fantastic. We did some photo etch windshield wipers. These are the ones that came on the hobby design kit. And these are not bad. I did better on these than any that I have tried before, so these actually made it onto the car. But they're not fantastic. We use some Top Studios rivets, 1.2mm rivets, for our door locks. For underside, we have articulating front wheels, all of our engine, our exhaust, our suspension came out great. We have our exhaust tips that I did out of turned polished aluminum tubing. You can just see in there the fuel line that I ran to the fuel tank. And honestly, if I didn't know that wasn't the kit fuel tank, I probably would not suspect it. This wheel is probably going to have to get glued into place. With our front end, and you can just make out the horns in there. If you open up the hood, get a little more light in there. No, you don't. We do have our engine bay, which honestly, I think this is my best engine bay yet. I'm very happy with the way this engine bay came out. So we did 3D print some wheels, which I think these look fantastic on this kit. And they definitely show the brakes that we 3D printed Those look great. We have our custom plates. That's SMCG BB2 for the Scale Model Car Guy Buddy Build number 2. We did manage to wrap this one up in June. I know the video's not coming out until July, but we did manage just in the very last week of June. So we have a June 22 registration sticker. You can see our orange interior, the lap belts, the wood. There's a little bit of dust on her. If you look in, you can just barely catch the gauges. Have our over fenders, they look great. There are little Z decals that go in here in the center, which I can't zoom in on this video, but I actually used the camera to zoom in when I set them and made sure all the Z's were correctly angled. But yeah, that's going to wrap her up. So I'm very happy with the way she turned out. I'm not super happy about those headlights. They're a little hazy. I did end up using super glue on them. I do have some clear contact cement from Tamiya that I think I'm going to try for future glass work to see how that works out. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this build. And like I said, I am extremely happy with the way this one came out. I want to thank Shawn from the Scale Model Car Guy channel for doing another buddy build with me. It was an absolute blast building with you, Shawn. I hope to do another one with you sometime in the future. And I'm really surprised you didn't say anything to me about stealing your theme music throughout this entire series. If y'all have not checked out Shawn, check him out. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. He should be releasing his video soon if he hasn't already. His build is absolutely fantastic as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the unboxing video for the next build. Coming up on the bench is going to be the Shelby Nova with the C1 Resto Mod Trans Kit. I think that's going to be a fun build. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.
If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Also, feel free to leave comments, feedback, critique, or anything else in the comment section below. I enjoy interacting with all my viewers in the comment section and try to reply to all the comments I receive. If you want to catch future videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and make sure you click the bell notification icon so you can be notified when I upload new videos. As always, thank you for watching, keep modeling, and have a great day.